Carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Fielded just inside the 20. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace.
Yeah, I'm in one right now.
The other team chase now.
Somebody in the lead.
And he's got some space here. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Every now and then, those guys can get lost in coverage. Quarterback didn't see him, perhaps. But boy, what a pick. And how about the run back?
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7.
J-Bo, you know that was bullshit, man.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
Yeah. Man, went through my player body and caught the pick.
Still at the stuff.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 26.
18.
Back to the air, Trubisky after the pick 6. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a
different story.
Long night.
So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
3 down. Red, up.
They pitch out to Howard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Trubisky now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. Flush to his right. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Hurry. Red, up. 18.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. He sets to fire deep. It's caught at the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That goes for a gain of 31.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
Oh, good shit.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off.
Shit almost, that shit bled in. That's why he carried the seat.
His guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Now Prescott, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative
I mean,
yardage.
you had 3 of them. You got to take some type of accountability.
On third down, it's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was with a smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
18. Hey. 4 down. 18.
On second down, Trubisky. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Bears on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7.
Red, up. Red, up. Blue. Hey, gotta go.
Here's Trubisky. Looking deep for Gabriel. And it's caught at the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, They're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
On 1st and goal, Howard. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They come out here in the eye. Trubisky keeps it himself, and he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the sneak, not what he was hoping for, and it's 3rd down. This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal.
Lock in, lock in.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Jordan Howard taking it in from a yard out. And the Bears are in for 6.
But he decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
On the return, it's Jordan Lewis. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
47.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hey, we're going right there. We're going right there.
Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Prescott on 1st down. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Here we go, 46. 46.
And again, it's Prescott. He's going to let this one go deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
Red, up. Move. Hey, gotta go. Hey, 18.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. He's going to float this one deep left side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
But part Partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson.
For
For
these
the 3rd
receivers,
time here in this half,
there's
it's
no
intercepted.
way he can catch that man
Picked
like
off
that.
near the 34. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46. Awesome. 26.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Here we go, 47. 26.
Final play of the half. Prescott letting one fly deep for Cooper. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Time for a break. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this.
That's what you woke up to do today, talk on the chat room with a bunch of dudes? Okay.
They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down game. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Now a play fake here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They go play action here on first down. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. with a pick.
Man.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 11.
You go 46, 46. Under. 26.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's complete. It's a Carter-Cooper connection. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Prescott. Buying time to his left. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's taken to the 26. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And now running right through him. And he'll go out of bounds. It looks like right at the 40. Call it a gain of 3. And it'll be 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This will be 3rd and 5.
Gotta go.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Let's go. Lock in. Lock in.
They run. This is Cohen. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Let's
go, Cole.
Got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Hurry. Lock in.
This is Cohen on the toss.
How the hell you did?
Here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
47.
1st down, Prescott. And this will be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Start there. There you go. 26.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. 20. And that's Elliott complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
That's
That
wide
goes
out.
for a gain of 31. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Under.
2nd down, Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
There we go, kill. There we go, 47. 26.
Prescott from the gun. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Cole Beasley, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now Trubisky dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now it's Trubisky. He leaves this one for Howard. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Trubisky to throw. Finding Gabriel complete. And they're going to hit this across midfield and inside the 45. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Trubisky now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, 18. Hey, gotta go.
Here's Trubisky. Wide open receiver.
What? He did that on his own.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Cohen. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Trubisky. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
That's to your point. It was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
And Parkey's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
On first down, they run with Howard. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Lock in, lock in.
They go with Howard again. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
On third down, this is Howard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Paranoia got me losing on my knees all day. Good Lord, mama praying on the knees all day. If you feel burning when I up it, I'ma squeeze. Bad companies, bad for your company. Bad companies, bad for your company. In the scheme, as take your company. Got in the scheme, as take your company. When they say I got beef, they don't want no beef. When they say they got beef, they don't wanna eat. If you said they want, they don't want no steam. Put it. Had a bachelor's degree, D1 fix the face and fix the weed. Now working on the self-esteem of the block. Yo, this block, where you at? Can it, my new application to the block. Ice on my neck in this froze. Santa's reindeer. You got bad. It's the same here. Bad company. Look, bro, you can't hang here. Getting money, so the keep on coming. Phone ringing, so you know the jumping. They looking at me, he owe me some money. Hit him with the not the company. Whitey, hand down. They don't want no problems with me. Got good. You know I bought them. Might not hit a bad. Someone to them will opposition. They move on. So I dog shades, got the belly seated. Acting brand new like I don't see it. When I do, with them folks, going close. Give me room, funny folks, play it close, do the most. Don't think bad company, that's definitely your company. Bad company, that's definitely your company. Bad cow disease, like you in eternity. Tuck underneath my leaky dunkin'. Twist, don't bust, and call the maritime. Fruity pepper, bezel, Wilma, Betty.
I got you next, bro. This man is stupid, man.
I got so much beef, I could barely sleep. Paranoia got me losing on my Z's all day. Good Lord, mama praying on the knees all day. If you say button when I up it, I'ma squeeze.
Nah, what up, Guap?
What it do, cuz? What's good, bro?
Yo.
Yo. What it do, family?
Hey, Jay, you done?
No, I ain't done.
Said it, my man.
see the bag, quit out a job jackery. Don't even be that, I don't want none of this. This bad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you saying, how the poppin' is shaking. Y'all is amazing, my posse deep and I rate it. We like the food for the paper, had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Vegas, bitches cross over bait. Put the bread on me, bread on my bacon. Dig it flat in the bacon, I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas, head back to my old ways. Cap a roof full of all day. Look at it, baby. Look at it, baby.
Bro, get the fuck off.
Nah.
Get off. Log out.
Talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather
Talking about swerving? I don't got that no day. They took that shit off. Positive, bro. They took that shit off.
Some people still know how to do it. Yeah, they like 96 and the 95s.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Atlanta Falcons.
Number 12.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. First down, Ryan. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up.
That's his game, bro.
If you do the right motion.
Hey, go out and beating the shit out your homeboy over here, man. That nigga James, whatever. Bailey. Yeah, that nigga that got the Ravens in 32, elite 32.
So after the INT, here's Wentz.
Yeah, I'm out there.
And incomplete to open things up. Mac Hollins.
I know he did, bro.
And that'll bring up second down. So they
I'm humbling his ass right now, though.
Interception almost gave it right back the same way.
Thank you.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief.
26-0 right now going in the
It's
fourth.
not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass and want to break over there. Hey, take care of the
Show
football,
them cheaters
man.
don't get nowhere.
42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll give him a yard on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Hey, rip 5-2. On here.
Brush your teeth, dog.
From the gun, it's Wentz.
What? Oh, no, we got to start over.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Bro, that shit tripping already.
His first catch, good for
Hey,
14
Arch.
there and a first down.
Arch, I'm killing Oliver with that
touchback. Just stalled out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complimentary football.
He say, "Oh, we got to start
It's a
over."
little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pick up to show respect to him. Hey,
Man,
you guys
I'm
got the turnover.
right in
We
front of the
appreciate
damn
it.
ball,
They
and I
want to
couldn't
continue
pick it.
their
They
drive.
ain't let me do no animation.
Loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Who said that, Paul?
He was doing that shit to me. That damn touch pass shit, man.
I was killing Clay last night with that shit. He said, "Man, fuck that shit, man. I'm going to bed."
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that's going to bring up the third down.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long
Oh,
yardage
so it's
situation.
okay.
Which usually
I thought it was
means throw
something
the
in the
football.
game.
In this case, they went
I'm
against
doing
the
that.
tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. Big pickup. And guess what? It's now third and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Now the Falcons' offense, they get ready to head back out here. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him
I talked to your mother already. You was asleep.
Start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Even though that one was incomplete, you can see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. Always trying to do that. Extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone would pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. Second and 10. It's Ryan again. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted.
All right, I gotta stop.
Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Oh, man, this shit would be funny when I be playing y'all, boy. That boy said, "Oh, come on, man."
On first down, Wentz. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. The 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Darren Sproles, 42 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12.
Hey, Tuesday.
On second down, here's Ryan. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Brandon Graham in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, Tuesday.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to wind up. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Corey Graham. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
What?
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game.
Man, the linebacker run disadvantage is stop.
Running it, establishing things, seeing back lines, get through them. Likely they're seeing this unit so far. Decided to, as you said, establish the game, and they've been successful doing it.
He'll get a couple yards on that one.
Good, you funny as hell. Damn.
74.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Hey, other side, solid.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. And Elliott puts this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. Always got some breathing room.
See, that's why I
He
can't
takes
believe
this one
because
down
they miss
almost
little
all the
bullshit
way
ass
to the
tackles like
30.
that.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Pardon, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
21! Let's go!
Now Ryan on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it's a second down.
That's how you laugh?
Y'all silly.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Under pressure, and he will go
Got
down.
on 2
Sacked
blocks.
back at the 38. Brandon Graham getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Gun! Hey, express! Let's go!
3rd and long, it's Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So kind of a tough break there. No real hook or slice to that one, but he's denied by the upright.
And he basically hits it just straight as an arrow. But yeah, since he's on the hash mark to begin with, straight as an arrow isn't good enough.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That Eagle 1st down, Wentz to Ertz.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Liz 5-3, Liz 5-3.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Ertz over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That's it, baby.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. This is Ajayi. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll give it to him up the middle. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And the Falcons going to use another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
let's go. Hey, Red 5-7.
3 down.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
22!
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Hey, Tuesday. Gun. 11.
On second down, Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
21. 12. Space. Go.
From the gun on third down, Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. Muscling free near the 40. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Now Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Mike Bennett.
Look at that fat stuff.
For what'll be a loss of 13 yards. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And he'll get a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Sound like me, shit.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
That man getting
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Rip.
Wentz to throw on second down. And that's complete to Jeffrey. He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move got him a couple extra on the play. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Eagles on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Boss Boston Scott, his first carry. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the greased board looks like at the half? Because
Tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
Oh, you look like
no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
You were supposed to do that.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Gun. Hey, express. Gun. On.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Pass incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Ryan. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Gun.
Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. He finds Coleman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Able to get away. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off.
I'd love to know what he's saying in the huddle now to his guys up front, because it's been a steady stream of pressure on him this entire game. That time, able to avoid the sack, but he's got to talk to his offensive line and say, guys, just a couple seconds extra, please.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Ryan to throw.
Come on. That nigga mutton.
Near midfield at the 49.
Every time, that nigga is mutton that shit every time.
Sack of the afternoon. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to air one out. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Man, what is that?
The punter Bosher on now as he gets
Nah, she ain't wearing that shit.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Eagles. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense.
That don't mean shit. That's when it started.
You've been controlling the game, but why put them
That's the exact same age when it started. They already trying to put it in school, but they teaching about it now.
Hey, other side, solid.
They'll run on 1st down. Scott. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Come on now, let's go.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get.
All right, good having troubles over here. He don't like this shit here was going on.
Back-to-back good plays.
Saying that fire is there, huh?
I ain't even really blitzing. I'm just in it phone.
Oh, damn.
Throwing on first is Wentz. He's got his man. This is Tate. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, Ram. This 5-2. Hey, Ram.
Here's Scott. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go. Lady!
They fake the give. Now Wentz sliding, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Grady Jarrett coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle and friendly partner. It's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia.
Hit him with another touch.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, stack.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, 1st down. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Ryan drops it off for Coleman. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Decent start there to the drive. Big hill to climb, needing 2 touchdowns, also a 2 2-point conversion.
So, partner, how do you eat an elephant?
I don't eat an elephant. Who eats an elephant?
Well, if you do it 1 bite at a time. That's the way they've got to play this, one play at a time. Yes, there's urgency, but they have to be careful as well.
Let's go with like a 50-ounce ribeye.
Yeah.
One bite at a time.
All right, I'm with you.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 51 yards. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Here's Ryan. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion. And now we're back to a one-score game. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Shorty. Run.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Now he'll let it go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Philly. 55 yards.
Boy, they give you everything, boy. You got that.
Quick. That's an Oliver. He said they giving me everything. Hey, I'm waiting for you next, Guapo. I'm finna beat the shit out of you, dog. I'll beat the shit out of you. They call him podcast King goes up, they gonna copy. Diamonds in the chamber. Send it, cuz. You done?
Nah, man, just Sunday.
Tell me something I don't know.
Oliver, you done?
Tell me something I don't know.
Nah, just Sunday.
Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop home.
That nigga say ain't no fucking way.
I'm trying to play you right now.
Oh, man.
Come on, man. One of the best corners in the league. And garbage ass receiver. Get the fuck out of here. No, get them fucking Eagles.
Yeah, I had to switch up some shit. I had to do something.
Security guard told Kevin Hart to relax.
I saw what you had did, so I wouldn't have did your little setup. Like the Dell chart. And they played much better than that.
Like when it drop home, game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna be. Well, come on, get it in before 20 come out.
I reinvented myself, they sorta hated it. I reinvented myself and upgraded it. Traded in the Jews, copped a couple new ones. Lost a couple friends and got a couple new ones. Upstairs and downstairs, the balcony.
Also,
the inside views, the alchemy. Ain't nothing crazy like the city in the summertime. So when it's winter, I still be on my summer grind.
Handle your business. Handle your business.
Loyal and honor, don't break no bro codes. The more red rose, match with the rose gold. Whoever counted.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Cody Parkey now, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. Gentlemen, take it in the end zone. And an out. Darren Sproles. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he nearly takes it the whole way. But he stopped at the 4-yard line.
All praises for a tremendous return, but how about the guys that never gave up on the play, refused to let him get into the end zone, and tracked him down before he got there and made the tackle? A lot of pride exhibited by guys on special teams.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. Now it's Ajayi, and he'll get blown up.
Huh? Yeah. Right. I appreciate you too, my brother.
You're joking, right? I don't think my name's gonna be brought up in live feed no more.
Behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6.
Who is that? Who is that talking? Oh, Mr. Cigarette? Oh.
2nd and goal from the 6
To blow
this
smoke
time.
in your coach's face.
Damn.
To throw his Wentz. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
What that? Over.
From the 5-yard line, will this opening drive yield 6? This is 3rd and goal. Here's Ajayi. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
You might as well start your own TV.
1st and goal.
TV show, Drake TV.
Anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me.
And Elliott puts this one through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
That's a lot of points, though.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. Oh, and now he pulls him over. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
down. Here's Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burton. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Lock in.
Now Cohen. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss.
Red's up.
You was the one to the fat. Yeah.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. On the left side, a catch by White. Now White lost the football, and the Eagles have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They go play action here on first down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Goes underneath for Sproles. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Where that nigga getting? Baskin Robbins.
Lefty.
Mint chocolate chip. Triple fudge.
It's Wentz.
Oliver over here getting his work with his touchpad.
It past the 30, almost to the 25. First down for Philly. Wentz on target to Hollins.
Great 15. 81. Here we go. 120.
Damn, I can't do a check release right here.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the...
Black, come on. Lion. There we go, back man. 180. Wrap.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
In the fight with himself.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Trubisky to Gabriel there for Bears
it's like you picked that bitch.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Oh, that nigga's getting in there with no...
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Red's up. Lock in.
Because you pressing Why you trying to intercept the ball?
From the gun, it's Trubisky.
Oh, you talking about jumping outside?
Completes it right side and right.
You talking about jumping when you about to sack him?
This one up to about the 35.
Yeah, you hitting the wrong button. You need to hit X.
17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
You hitting triangle. That's the only reason why you jumping.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
18. Gotta go.
On first down, Trubisky. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
They've been on the goddamn phone all day.
Likely,
Breaking news.
And what did we just see there?
That's what I'm talking
about. You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Again, it's Trubisky.
Cool.
And he fires one that's
And the Sixers gave away Jimmy Butler.
And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Shit, I don't see nothing about no Kawhi, man.
Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. He's got it at the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Oh, legit, this so funny, dog.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, I saw this.
They do it anyway.
Let's 5-3. Let's go. Great.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And a decent gain there.
Steve Johnson, I want smoke, Steve.
To the 2-minute warning. It'll be a
Steve, I want smoke,
pickup
Steve.
there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break.
Let's 5-2.
On second down, here's Wentz. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles.
He just ran over Khalil Mack.
Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And they get to the football. It's blocked. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this from
God damn.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Throw left side complete. That's White. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Damn. Damn, it's like that. It's like that, bro.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
18. Lock in.
From the shotgun is Trubisky.
I am going to be tagged.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Michael Bannon in there to get him for what will be a loss
in the fourth quarter?
13 yards.
Yeah, because we're going We're going to halftime.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Looking deep for Gabriel. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep is Darren Sproles. This will be taken at the 10. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Let's get out of there.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
You crazy as fuck. Sam's got the
Wentz now on 1st down. Hurts over the middle.
Sam's got the
and
best
piece. Brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. Powers through. And he will be brought down. His time is now run out on this first half of action. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here?
Come on, man.
He doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him.
Nope.
So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this game.
Oh, payback, bro.
It's his fault. Listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Took just one play to move on to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Off the toss, Cohen. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 and the 46. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Let's go. Lock in. Yep.
They try again with Cohen. And an alley to run. Now the ball comes loose.
Get the fuck out of here.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks them up.
And avoids the turnover.
Y'all funny as hell.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Touchdown, Chicago! A great effort there. 37 yards. And the Bears have cut it to within a score.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Lion.
They'll begin the drive with a jive.
Oh, shit.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Wentz now on first down. Caught right side, it's Jeffrey. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, other side, solid.
Throwing on first is Wentz.
Jeffrey
wheels it in over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, Scott, and he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Back now at Soldier Field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Sorry ass nigga, but he got a basic ass nigga on
Looking for the gun. Wentz.
Bum rushing niggas like that. Come on, this nigga don't
inside
even
the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He opted to go with a scramble.
That boy edging me up too.
And now it's 4th.
And
Probably Joe ass out there.
In his headset, he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start things on first with Tariq Cohen. He spins free. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Hey, boys, got 4 down.
Again, it's Cohen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Reds up! Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Second and 10. It's Trubisky again. Going for the deep ball. It's caught.
Oh, he's supposed to drop that bitch.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And that one results in 35 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Reds up! Lock in, lock in. Whip. Watch the whip. Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Reds up! 18. Check it back. Hey, gotta go.
Yeah, finish that sentence. Yeah, you said that kind of too late. You said that a little too late.
Back to throw. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Gotta go.
He's back to throw. Finding Gabriel complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Rodney McLeod that time able to knock it away. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
Excuse me.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle.
Why you spit, cuz?
I don't even know why I spit.
That's that ugly. And then you did that ugly ass one, the slow motion.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Back to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
Can't even get mad at that.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2.
Trubisky put that bitch on the money.
They're going to try and run. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game.
I'm about to send it now.
Set to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it. Or
he's got a man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
I gotta get back in the lab. These games been too cool.
They don't do full step and Medicaid together up here. One person do full step and another person do Medicaid. So she on the Medicaid side.
I'm trying to decipher.
And then the decipher. I'm telling you what the fuck it is.
Look, I defeated my fears. So
I'm not playing you.
So ahead of my time, what comes next are all my oldest ideas. I'm wiser than my.
Just bring your ass and get your head beat.
I'm willing to father my peers, all of my peers for all of my years. Out in the field, take a look at my shoes. Never had a thought that it might lose. Considering the cost, I had to give up my dues. Never got to talk to it like you. I've been feeling like a king for months. We eat all the rich cuisine for lunch. All these wishing he was done. Oh, you tried it, that's a piece of gum.
Steve, you sorry, dog.
I'm the captain now.
I'm sorry. You suck.
I hate to do it with no plans. Now I usually get near.
Damn right.
Cause I'm the mutant in here. We look good, just show us where the camera. Years ago, I had to up my
careful.
Make a miss. Alabama. Turn it to my only private. Swear like she don't got the answers. Who's the boss? I feel like Tony Danza. Walk up in there like I got the swag. What kind of swagger? I'm the blackest panther.
Some of the top stars in free agency have already announced their destinations, but we're still waiting on Kawhi Leonard. Currently, it's looking like he'll be making his way to Los Angeles to join the Lakers. Some sources.
Man, if Kawhi Leonard go to the goddamn Lakers, the Warriors are done.
They done now.
But That's different. Kev went to a championship team. The Lakers aren't a championship
Kawhi's
team.
leaving a championship team.
Man, who was smoke or not, man?
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the architectural wonder that is the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown
Steve
Atlanta.
Johnson won't smoke
We
with
thought the old place was
I
loud,
wouldn't say
so
he's
now
the
this
top.
place
I mean,
got even louder a short time
LeBron
ago
hasn't.
as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Washington Redskins.
LeBron top 3? Nah, I wouldn't put him in top 3. I'll put him in the top 10.
Matt Bryant of the Falcons set and ready to kick it off, and we are underway from Atlanta. That'll be taken in the end zone. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Yeah, pretty much. But what's the difference, though? Every goddamn team in the NBA doing it. I mean, I don't think he should have left the Raptors. I think he should at least stayed. I mean, goddamn. Yeah. I don't think he should have left. He probably didn't like his neighborhood.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
He got to live there. If he's not happy with the area, I'll leave too. Because he started packing his shit instant.
The wrong way.
Like, he been was ready to go. Boy, the next day,
second down.
we
Here's
had this
Smith.
shit packed.
A deep ball for Dotson. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
All right.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
All right, y'all boys, I'm gone. I'll be back.
From the gun, here's Smith. Airing one out for Crowder. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll try to run for the first time with Freeman. Space to maneuver at the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Who playing the Super Bowl? Omar who?
I'm playing Omar.
Connects with Sanu right side.
Yeah.
Get inside of Washington's 15 before being taken down. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 45 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 yards, they come up on 1st and 10. Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw.
This is lead, though.
Quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, It's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? And the chain...
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman punching it in from a yard away. And the Falcons have taken the early lead.
Man, what the fuck is Joe going there? Joe riding the goddamn lawnmower down the road. Oh, Joe coming to cut the grass.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Let's go.
They go play action here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground.
That's possible.
Instead going to an opposite.
Yeah, double pause on that one.
2nd and 10, Smith again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach and his oratorical skills were on point.
And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. Sanu with the grab over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 25-yard line.
Tell him something light.
A really nice
shit
gain
wasn't
of
nothing.
25 yards. First and 10.
I got beat up by the light
They'll
there.
throw on 1st down with Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space
Don't let
game.
this voice
Get your
confuse you.
best players
Don't
into
let this
space
dude
with
get
the
fucked
football in
up.
their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here's Sanu on the catch. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up.
Clay playing Omar in the Super Bowl.
Running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's
I'm watching this shit right now. I can't never get into no league like I get in the 7-on-7, man.
And some room to maneuver. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns.
A whole lot, man. I'm trying to practice.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Here's Bryant for the extra point. Bryant's extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
You had negative yards right now, Steve Johnson. You need to get your yards up.
Deep into their script, I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Let's go, 15. 15, yeah.
On the handoff, it's Geis. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. On first down, it's Smith. Out to the left here to Reed. And he lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it, they do. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gordon, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2.
Oh, B-Love. D-Love. That D-Love song, I can make better love songs to B-Love, though. They do, because she used all that fucking butter.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And it's called in by Austin Hooper. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Third and long. It's Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They start on the ground with Geis. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Completes it right side to Dodson. Fights through and now a crease. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Trying to give me another one?
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays, because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Snap or what?
It wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football. Good
room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They were quick.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Off to Geis on the screen. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there, because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith rolling to his right. Incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Yeah, 52, 52.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Two minutes to go here in the 1st half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Smith. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And his kick is good. He got every yards out. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before.
Hey, what you want to eat?
Trace their backgrounds, trace their history. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but they're kicking
You want to go to Jersey match?
That we made them specialists.
Well, and now those
what time they close?
Yarders seem easy for some reason.
I'll look it up.
Ready? Right 25.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he's able to get out to the 32.
Oh, shit,
down
that's
there.
clear.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Go. Right 25. Right.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They go play action with Ryan. They'll buy some time right. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Adam Arch.
That one goes for 24 yards. Now Ryan on first down. He's airing it out for Sanu. And this is going to be intercepted.
Okay, you gonna break up a goddamn controller?
It's Ha-Ha Dix with a pick.
Who that was? God damn. God damn. Yeah.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Man, so I went to LA for real.
And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Let's get out of there.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Out to his left.
I see you, boy.
Out for Sanu. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On 2nd down, here's Smith. His throw incomplete.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on them all game long.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
12.
Third and long, it's Smith. Flushed out right. A deep ball for Dotson. And got his man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Smith escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Well, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They got 18 yards out of that one. And it
See, I was gonna say, somebody order some shit like that. Let me think real quick. They get some shit like that, but it don't be the box be brown, and you can smell it through the box, and you gotta wear a mask. You gotta wear a mask for that shit.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10.
Yeah, they have. You gotta wear a mask to. You gotta wear a mask to put that shit on. They be having masks on it back there. That shit'll make your ass sneeze as soon as you walk in that bitch.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They ordered that big ass gallons of hot sauce and shit.
Smith looking to throw on 2nd down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Had no command that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Smith. Got his man complete over the middle.
And they'll wind
up getting this one
illegal touching
inside the 20. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They snap it to Smith. Out to the left, it's complete to Jackson. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Smith now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
That shit is disgusting.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the 19.
Settle down, huh?
They run it here with Thompson. Oh, good footwork on this. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Thompson scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Redskins have made this a one-score game. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will shave one more off this lead. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Gun.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle. On 2nd down, Ryan.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Monte Nicholson picks it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wondered, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
After the interception, here's Smith sliding out of the pocket. He's got his man. This is Jackson. And out across midfield down to the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And that player is able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They go play action here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side, gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well,
that big running for a life. Hey.
On the defensive team stat sheet won't necessarily reflect in hours, right? The overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To the air again, Smith. Dancing to his left. He can
oh, you got to strip that.
Even after more than a decade in the league, Smith still one to account for with his legs as he picks up a first.
All right, partner, I'm a defender. I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Jack Crawford continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. To throw on second down, Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. From the gun, here's Smith. Flush to his right. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richardson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Jordan Reed has it.
Damn, I thought he was doing that fucking other shit.
Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Geis still trying to run it. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert?
And, a crosser there as it's intercepted.
I knew he'll fail you at some point. God damn, he ain't like that.
Play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, first and 10 at the 20. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout coming in here defensively, as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's second and 10 from the 20. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And
this nigga really dropped the fucking ball, man.
Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Time for a break. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Now it's Crowder. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And here come the Redskins now. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football and everything else should flow.
Man, stop robbing me, man!
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw. Now he's flushed out.
Go get him, McKinney.
Get a throw away. He's taken down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw.
Got his ass.
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted.
Pause. Pause on. Pause.
At the 29-yard line.
God damn. And a pause.
That's twice now in this 4th quarter. As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman.
That sounds like no Vaseline.
He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the 2nd drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he powers his way up past the 30. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because
I did.
We've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish,
I'll be on tomorrow, y'all.
Home turf, they were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve.
When I come up there, me and my wife gonna kick you and your wife ass in some spades. It's Steve. Okay, now I'll let you know when we touch down. Oh, they ain't gonna show up?
No, man, I got a challenge out to them niggas for the last 6 months.
Oh, shit. Oh, y'all doing a whole lot of talking and all that capping.
Yeah, the last time we was at Art Talk, he fucked somebody up. Oh, we beat Maine and Arch. We beat Maine and Arch.
Riley, I miss you.
There you go.
You shit it.
Matter of fact, listen. We beat Maine and Arch
I really want to pop I shit it. That's how I shit it. Say I shit it. Alright, y'all. I shit it.